Hello Slapafish community, welcome back to another World Tanks content video. So in this video, I'm going to be driving the Tier 6 Soviet heavy tank, the T-150. So this is a really good tank. I love this tank, and I have it 3 marked. And this also used to be my most played tank of all time. So yeah, I think very highly of this tank, and I love it so much. It gets a 107mm gun, which is also the same gun on the KB2, besides the 152mm gun. So if you're ever going to use a 107mm on a tier 6 Soviet heavy tank, this is the tank to do it on. Not the KB85, not the KB2. This is the tank to do it on. Because the gun on this one just puts those 2 other tanks to shame. So anyway, also if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing because it's free and it helps out the channel a ton. So let's talk about the gun a little bit. It does 300 damage per shot, has a DPM of 1,764. Its penetration is 167 on its standard, 219 on its premium. Its accuracy is 0.45, so it's pretty inaccurate, gotta say. Its aim time is 3.4 seconds and it has 7 degrees of gun diversion. And also, you can put a derp gun, the 122mm gun that you had on the KB1 on the T-150. It's pretty kind of useless, but it's kind of funny to see a 3-mark T-150 with the derp gun rolling around. Also, you can also put the 57mm gun that you had on the KB1 onto the T-150 if you really wanted to. And it's a better rate of fire 57mm gun. If I put it with my equipment and cruise skills I have loaded out on this tank, it would have a 1.67 second reload. So yeah. And there's a Tiger 1. Well, no, it's a hammer. Well, basically a Tiger 1 hammer. Anyway. Also, the mobility of this tank is 35 forward, 11 reverse, with a power to weight ratio of 12.89, and also you're pretty blind because your view range is 330 meters. You're not going to be spotting for yourself. As you can see, my concealment circle is way bigger than my view range, even though this is a 9 skill crew with all the stuff on it. And if you're wondering what equipment I'm running, is the advanced loader, advanced armor, and the enhanced target info with the gun stabilizer, not gun stabilizer, the enhanced gunling drive. My cruise skills are born leader, rapid loading, steady aim, 6th sense, situational awareness, armor angling, deadeye, snapshot, and I believe that's last stand. So this tank, as you can see, the turret armor is not the best of this tank. The turret armor is 100 at the front, 100 at the sides, and 75 at the rear. And the frontal armor of the turret of the T-150 is pretty flat, and this is a tier 7 match, I believe. Yeah, it's a tier 7 because there's a tier 5 that died. So anyway, yeah, the turret armor at the front of this tank is only 100mm of armor. Your turret armor is not really going to be bouncing anything because it's flat and it's only 100mm. Your whole armor is 90 at the front, 90 at the sides, and 90 at the back. I believe it's 90 at the back. Let me double check on that. Also, you have 1,000 hit points. Yeah, you have 75 at the back. So you have 90 at the front, 90 at the sides, and 75 at the back. So your hull is pretty heavily armored, especially if you're side scraping or angling like this entire line does. But right here, because I have the higher alpha than the hammer does like 240 damage per shot. I do 300, and my alpha is what allowed me to like win that engagement against the hammer. So the T-150 is great at side scraping, but when you cannot side scrape and you're in the open like I am, you got to use that 7 degrees of gun diversion, and you're actually pretty good alpha at 300 to trade shots when you're able to. And you want to angle to get people to shoot your sides because you have 90mm of armor on your side, and that shot just said nope. It said, I ain't letting your reticle anything anywhere. I'm going far right. So there's a KB1 slowly climbing up. Managed to track it, and I'm getting track assist from it. So that's quite nice. I'm down to 150 hit points because I fought a hammer. And me and the hammer kind of traded shots. And he also had allies. So yeah, right now I am low on hit points. And now I'm just gonna go. Right now, I'm just sniping at any tank I see available, while I'm making my way down the one line, because in the one line, there's bushes over here. I could snipe at the paints that are over there, and also I can get to these rocks where I can actually side scrape off of. So that's gonna be really nice when I get there. So this is a 5v7 matchup. Well, there's only 5 tanks of us and 7 of them. We've done 2,608 damage with 440 assists, which is all track assists because of that KV1 I tracked out in the open. So the T-150, 7 degrees of gun depression, doing 300 damage per shot, but the turret armor does not allow you to block many shots from it, but it does have the incredible hull armor. If you manage to get side scraping, if you are able to side scrape in this tank, do it. Bait people at shooting your tracks, at shooting your side when you're angled, because they will just bounce all day long. Unless they have really, really high penetration at like 250, they're not going through your side, especially at the way I'm angled. There's a tier 7 TD, and I'm trying to hide my turret in the front of my tank, and so you can only shoot the side of my tank while I'm angling. Trying to bait him is shooting the sides of my tank, and he goes invisible because I cannot spot him because I have terrible view range. I'm even running situational awareness and rations and born leader. And from my 330 base meters of view range to my 384 meters I have on this tank. And my turret actually does bounce a shot, put a shot into the lower plate of the tier 7 Italian tank destroyer. I really hate that tank destroyer. I do not like it. And I did the low premium so I can start hitting the lower plate more efficiently, or try to like blind fire the tier 7 Italian tank destroyer. Even though I hate it, it has decent amount of armor, but 219 millimeters of penetration. Yeah, 219 millimeters of penetration. It's just gonna go straight through that tank. So yeah, and I don't have many hit points. I see a tree fall over, and I hit the tank that knocks over the tree, and they return fire, and I get shot. But it bounces because I was side scraping. And now it's a 5v4. We've not lost a single tank since they've lost 3. So that's really nice. I've been here the entire time since I've been trying to get these people out here. Activating rations to try to get some better view range out. And there you go. There's a Nash horn. Put one into the Nash horn. The gun is what makes this tank. Okay, so what makes this tank great? The gun is what makes the tank great, but the armor is also another thing. When you're able to side scrape and you're hiding your turret and baiting people to shooting your sides when you're at like a good angle, they're gonna bounce all day long off you, and it's great. It's amazing. So yeah, now there's only one tank left. It's an E25, a very sneaky tier 7 tier 7 German tank destroyer. I have no idea where it is. The E25 just killed the Fury on my team, and the Fury is clicking over there when I'm blind shooting, and I'm getting shot. I don't know where this E25 is. I only know where the shots are coming from, and I'm hidden. And there is no way I'm going to spot the E25 before it spots me. It does penetrate me once, but the E25 has really, really, really good concealment, and I have really bad view range, so I'm just going to get out spotted, and I have no idea where it is, so I can't really angle my armor. And instead of angling my armor to the E25, I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to shoot at the E25 instead. Instead of like reversing or angling my armor towards the E25, I decided, you know what, I'm going to shoot the E25, because that's a smart decision. Nah, I should have angled. Anyway, we did actually really good in this match, besides of getting not on a really good map for the T-150. We managed to do 2 kills, 3,885 damage, and block 510, even though we were on an open map. But yeah, if you can get side scraping with this tank, then the armor holds up really, really nicely, and you get that gun to work, that 300 alpha, and trade shots. This tank has it has high potential. Anyway, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, remember to Slapafish because I'm always not, and peace out. See ya.